This Arduino project is a cell phone project that builds off the Adafruit ArduinoPhone project. The basic project allows the user to make phone calls using an FONA shield and a resistive touchscreen interface, both stacked on top of the Arduino Uno. The phone will potentially also allow the user to send text messages with Morse code. You will need to do a small amount of soldering, but because this program is solely run off of shields, there is no need for a breadboard or any complex circuitry. All of these parts are available on Adafruit.com. The basic parts needed are Adafruit FONA 800 shield, Adafruit TFT shield, the resistive touch, some stacking headers for the shields, a GSM SIM card. Here in Canada, well, Saskatchewan Rogers is the GSM provider, a 1200 mAh LiPo battery and GSM antenna, and also the Arduino Uno, of course. There is also a headphone jack in the FONA shield, so it's optional to use Apple or Android headphones with the microphone built in, but the program is coded to have it set to the external speaker and microphone, which you can also get from Adafruit.com. So once again, it is optional. So this is the portion of the code that is functioning and able to make phone calls. It initially checks for the FONA shield. Once it finds it, it looks for service in the SIM card. Once it connects to the network, it will come with the main menu. If you go to the phone menu, it has the number pad, call, clear, end buttons, and a back button to go to the main menu. You enter in the numbers, you can press call, you can end the call, and clear it one number at a time. And back to the main menu. Unfortunately, due to the largeness of the program, there was a lot of memory crash. In order to run the texting portion of the program, I had to disable the calling functions. The picture on the right shows the Morse code interface where the user would enter the Morse code in the big button. Send would take the user to an interface similar to the calling interface where there'll be a number pad and a text field where you enter in the number you're going to send, the message you came up with in the Morse code. Back sends you to the main menu. Clear will clear off any Morse code and start a new message. There was a lot of instability issues with this program because there are so many variables. Like I said, there was a lot of memory issues because so many variables at once, and it was very hard to run it. So what's happening on the left here is that the button isn't responding to the touch. I'm pressing clear, and all it's saying is not button state, which means it's in a loop that it shouldn't be in. So this here shows some of the issues. Right now it says it's not in a button state, even though I was pressing it. I pressed clear, it didn't respond. This time clear did respond, as it shows in the debugging line there, clear. I put in a dot there in the touch screen, but the clear was still responding, and then it does recognize a dot there. So this is the code here that is basically, this part here is basically Lady Ada from Adafruit. So here is the libraries that are included, the SPI wire, Adafruit GFX for the graphics, ILI 9341, STMPE610, FONA, and these are the variables that are defined throughout the program, and the colors, the text sizes, the button names, and the setup of the program checks for the FONA, if the touchscreen is enabled. I have it commented out because I was debugging. I just wanted to skip all of that extra work and go straight to the interface. This is the main menu function. That's the original menu that it opens up with. This is the making call function. This is pretty much all from the original code. The only thing I added in here was the back button so that it could go back to the main menu, which the original code didn't have. And so this is the loop here. The program starts off with selection equals 0, so it sends you to the main menu function. The main menu function allows you to change selection to 1 or 2. I have make call coded out in the selection 1 part, and then it goes to selection 0 because I took out the make call function but kept it in the main menu screen. And then selection 2 is the Morse text. So I originally had planned to make it so that it was make text first, so you enter in the number you're going to send to first and then go to the Morse text interface, but I figured it would make more sense to do the Morse text first and then go to the interface to the number you're going to send that Morse text to. So this part is very similar to make call. There just has to be a little bit more editing there, so that it goes from Morse text to make text, not like I had originally intended. So then here is the Morse text code. These are all the buttons being initialized, and then this is some of the variables. The pointer, and it checks which button's being pressed between the 4 buttons that are there. So then all the other buttons are really easy. The only part that's hard is coding for the Morse button, of course. It needs a little bit more work, but basically all of this stuff theoretically would work with a button. It's just getting the touchscreen to be responsive and with the memory issues. And then this print AJ function is just converts the input into letters. So that is a string function, so it'll return the string that's created back to Morse text. I'd have to make Morse text a string function as well now to send it back to make text. So there's still a lot of issues that need to be worked out with this program. Unfortunately, did not get it done in time for the end of the semester here. So credit goes to Lady Ada and Adafruit for creating the original Arduino phone sketch, which is available on the link on the screen. And also I used some of the Morse coding from Hackster, which is also available on the screen. This was overall a really fun project. I'm obviously not done it. I would like to get the Morse texting functioning figured out and done. But overall, it was really fun to work with. I would really recommend anyone to try this project, just to get even a simple texting interface. I guess you'd have to use T9, or even try to remedy the memory problems that come along with having such a large program. Definitely a lot you can do if you look at the FONA library of all the potential things. You can even play the radio with the phone as shield, so you could even add in that kind of functioning to a code like this. The possibilities are endless for this kind of thing.